Happy Monday, girls. I hope that you had an amazing weekend. Today, we're going to talk about discipline. Maybe you've been telling yourself that you're not disciplined enough to go to the gym. You just can't continue going because you don't have discipline in that area, And today, I'm just going to tell you that you are disciplined in the area that matters to you. Maybe you are very disciplined when it comes to keeping your house clean. That's me for sure. There's been times where I'm always cleaning, right? So I feel like I don't have time for anything else, but I had to prioritize going to the gym, investing in myself, you know, and stop prioritizing my house all the time. So I don't know what you are going through right now. Maybe you are very disciplined in eating unhealthy. Maybe you are overweight right now. And you say, oh my goodness, you do so well for a little bit and then you fall back. Girls, I know it can be hard when you're so disciplined, maybe in fighting with your partner all the time, or you are jealous in your relationship. And girls, I can tell you this, like, it's possible to change. It's a decision. Ask yourself, who do you want to be? Because I can tell you this, you can be the woman that you want to be. It's possible. I promise you that. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. You know what was screwing me over so much? My way of thinking, honestly. Especially when I was in a relationship, I would overthink things. After my marriage ended, I was left with this fear of abandonment. And, you know, I had to break that cycle. It was a decision. I had to stop being a victim. And I kept investing in myself, girls. I started going to the gym. I became disciplined in going to the gym, okay? Oh my goodness, it was hard in the beginning, but no, I love it now. Oh my goodness, that's my happy place. Going to the gym, I have my little gym family now. And so, yeah, girls, ask yourselves this week, who do you want to be? What does the new version of you look like? Is she more disciplined in eating healthier? Is she more disciplined in, saying no? Maybe you're too nice and you're always available, and you end up being exhausted at the end of the day. Girls, it's okay to prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Invest in yourself. And I just know when I started saying no to people that did not deserve to have access to my life, and I started investing in myself, I changed. My life changed. My self esteem was, so much better. Because when my marriage ended, my self esteem was really low. Okay. And for you girls that don't know my story yet, I was born and raised in Mexico. I moved away when I was 17. I fell in love, and so I got married a year later. I was married for 10 years and I had my children with him. And my marriage ended after 10 years. And oh my goodness, that was like the hardest thing I've ever gone through. My oldest son was really sick at the time. And I was 7 weeks pregnant when my marriage ended. And, and so yeah, it was wow. Yeah, sometimes I look back and I'm like, wow, how did I make it through all of that? I can tell you how. Like, I always had this strong belief in God. I do not like religion. Oh my goodness, I can tell you that much. I don't believe in religion, but I do have a personal relationship with God, and I do go to church. I found a really good church that I go to. You know, I grew up Mexican Mennonite, and oh my goodness, they're amazing. They can be amazing people, like in every religion, but lots of them are so judgmental. And with me going through a divorce, And being a single mom, oh my goodness, I learned that sometimes the worst people that can judge you so much are religious people. So that's why, girls, I have a relationship with God. I do not like religion. I don't believe in religion, but I do believe in having a personal relationship with God and just praying. That always helped me. I didn't feel alone, you know? And so, yeah, in the last 10 years, I've gone through so much in my life, you know? And yeah, now I'm here with you girls. There was a point in my life I didn't think this would be possible. You know, I was so disciplined in repeating the pattern in unhealthy relationships there for a while, you know. And there just came a day where I was so tired of it. I made that decision to stop being a victim. I left that abusive relationship. And, you know, the best thing I've ever done is stay single for a little bit. When people, or yeah, when my friends used to say to me, "Oh my goodness, Greta, you should stay single for a little bit," I would be like, for how long? Like a month? You know, I could possibly do that. But now I'm like, it will take a really special person, yeah, for me to settle down and, you know, get into a relationship. Of course, I desire to get married again and I want that again, but I am not just jumping into anything, girls. I love my time alone with myself now. And, you know, I know there's women that stay in unhealthy relationships because, you know, they're being provided for and they have children and they don't know how they're going to do it financially. Girls, you don't have to stay in a place where you're so unhappy if it isn't healthy, you know? It is possible. Take it one day at a time, invest in yourself, prepare yourself. You know, I do believe that marriages can be restored and all of that, but if it is so unhealthy to the point where it's abusive, girls, like sometimes things don't get better and you have to make that decision. Think things through and then decide and then don't go back. Yeah, and so yeah, girls, I really hope that this video helps you and motivates you. And just ask yourself this week, what's the new version of you look like? Who do you want to be? It's possible, girls. Make those good little decisions one day at a time, okay? Becoming successful doesn't happen overnight. Okay? You are where you're at right now because of the little decisions that you made every single day. The same with me. If my decisions brought me to where I'm at, you know, so it's in our hands to change our own lives, girls. And I'm here to support you. If you ever feel like you need someone to talk to, and you can always book a coaching call with me. I'll leave the link below for my website, or you can just send me a message on here, you know. And also, I have my course on how to build your self esteem in 21 days, girls. That course will teach you how to heal your relationship with yourself. It will teach you how to forgive and let go. You know, when I first took my course with my life coach, that changed my life. When I invested in myself and I actually, you know, did all the homework, I finished the course, that's where my journey started. I watched my life coach for so long. And until I started truly investing in myself and spent the money, you know, the free content, of course, was like helping me so much. Listening to her. Thanks to her, I started going to the gym, okay? Her name is Eli Gonzalez. She's amazing. She's changed my life, girls. And if I can just motivate you girls, you know, just a little bit, oh my goodness, that makes me happy. So yeah, when I bought her course, it truly helped me. I learned how to forgive. I learned how to stop being a victim. Wow. I didn't know that I was being a victim, okay? Seriously. Because I would be in this relationship and I would always be like telling my friends how bad it was, but I wouldn't leave. Okay, if they would know that we were back together because I would disappear and they would be like, We haven't heard from her, so they must be back together. You know, I repeated that cycle for so long and it hurt me so much. Oh my gosh, I don't want to ever go back to that place. And, you know, it was just a decision one day, you know, and I was like asking myself, how do I want to be remembered? How do I want my kids to remember me? You know, and I made that decision to start making better decisions for my life, to loving myself more and knowing that I'm worthy of a good, you know, relationship, healthy relationship. And so I continued investing in myself. And here I am today, girls. This is just the beginning for me, okay? And I hope that my free content helps you so much and motivates you, girls. So, yeah, this week, just ask yourself, like, in what area are you disciplined in? You know, maybe it is you keeping your house really clean, or maybe, you know, you're overspending. Maybe you're disciplined in overspending, or maybe you're really good at making money. Ask yourselves, what decisions do you have to make right now in your life that need to be made? You know, maybe it's leaving that job, or maybe it is stop eating so unhealthy, or maybe you need to stop complaining all the time because that can damage your life so much and you can just keep attracting negative things into your life when you keep complaining. So, girls, yeah, just ask yourselves these questions. And I hope that this video helps you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos if you like my content. And I will see you in the next video.